Do you know what your face shape is? It's ultimately very important. You can't get your hair done, you can't put makeup on, you certainly can't get fillers or lip filler if you don't know what your face shape is and what the dimensions are. Today, I'm going to give you 3 easy steps to determine what shape you have, and from there, that's going to set up everything else. And when you're thinking of what we talk about on this channel, the best treatments for you to fix sagging skin, to get cheeks, chin, nose, all the different angles, you'll need to know the face shape. We talk about it often. I'm going to teach you how to measure it today. Stay tuned at the end. Depending on your face shape, I'm going to give you a couple tips and tricks for each one. If you like these videos, you find value, click like, subscribe, tell your friends, and enjoy this video. There are 6 basic face shapes. So you have the heart-shaped, the oval, which a lot of people think are the most beautiful, or in the studies are thought to be sought after. Then you have a square, a rectangle, a round, and even a diamond shape. So which one are you? It's ultimately important to know what you're going to emphasize, but also what you're going to de-emphasize. The first thing you're going to want to do is look in the mirror and decide which is your most wide point of your face. If you need to, you can measure it, but most of us can see which is the wider point. If you have a wide forehead, your face shape is oval. If your cheekbones are the widest point, your face is either round or heart-shaped. If your face seems evenly proportioned in width, your face is likely then square. The next is all important, the jaw. And I have a lot of videos on the jawline and chin projection. And if it's kind of short and stubby, that goes with a rounder face. If it's pointed, and watch my video on injecting the chin, if it's pointed and narrow, oftentimes that goes with a heart shape or even an oval. But if it's square, a lot of times if there's masseter hypertrophy or it's a wider jaw, it goes with square or rectangular. The next part of this is looking at the length of the face. Is it longer or wider? And depending on that, that can help seal the deal on what shape you actually have. You want to measure from this in the center of your face, from the hairline to your chin, and then you're going to measure from left to right at the wide point. If your face is longer, then you'll likely have an oval or a heart shape. But if your face is wider, then you likely have a round face shape. If your face is twice as long as it is wide, you likely have a rectangular face. But if your face is as long as it is wide, you then have a diamond or square shape, most likely. So that's it. It's easy to find your face shape, but that's going to be the starting point for everything we do this year. What's your shape? Doesn't have to be one or another, but what the important part here is, once you know that, you know what direction you should go to create beauty, and there's some things you shouldn't do. Let's go through an example. If somebody has a round face, you don't necessarily want to do anterior cheek projection because that will make the person look like they're carrying weight. However, a rounder face can often take a high cheek and oftentimes a little bit of masseter volume or width here, and that will then make the chin area look pointy, especially if you inject the chin, and you can create more of a heart-shaped face. Now let's take the real rectangular and angular. That's often in, but you can soften that by, they can take a little bit of anterior cheek volume and that would look good. But if someone is long-faced and they are narrow, so rectangular, you wouldn't want to add a high cheek because you're then going to give the illusion of more length. However, adding a bit of preauricular or volume through here can round it a little bit and take the edge off. This is an interesting one because a lot of models are more square and towards more masculine, and of course the male models, there's a little move towards a feminine look, so there's a fine balance there. Now if someone has a square face, we're trying to get length, we could do a high lateral cheek, and we could add a little length to the jaw to give us a little more towards a rectangular or a heart shape, and a lot of times they can take a little volume in the chin. You can watch my chin injection videos, and that gives a little length and takes a little bit off of that compact look. Everyone's a little different, And as an example, if someone had a forward chin, you can't then add it even though they're square. If someone had a retracted chin, that gives you gain. We always look for gain. Injectors are always looking for gain. Where can you add volume that adds symmetry, that adds beauty, that puts you towards the attractive numbers or look? Of course, it all goes with personality. Beauty comes from within, and we're talking about optimizing the external beauty, but watching the motor movement and knowing the person's inner self, spirit, goals, wants, and desires is ultimately important. I put a whole playlist up here on facial angles so you can watch and learn what we talk about, even watch injections and watch how we can alter certain parameters to create the look that our patients want. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned here. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.